EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the New Orleans Saints.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York.
And we are underway from the Superdome.
From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's the first carry for Dwayne Washington. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Staying on the ground with Washington.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Winston now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On 1st, here's Washington. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
On 2nd down, Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Winston. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Swings this out for Hunt.
Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
It's caught, and it's 8-0. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Well, right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Washington gets it going right.
1 quarter down, 8-0 to score.
With the score, Browns 8, Saints 0.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now Winston.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
The tackle made back in his own 49.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston on target over the middle to Hill.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Winston. Locates Kamara on the out route. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll throw again. Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and avoids the incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Washington on the right side toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Play fake. Winston. They'll roll him out right. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill from 8 yards out.
And the Saints have come back to make it a 2-point game.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's up and good. So maybe a bit early here to try to match the two. They're content to trail by 1 at 8-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Now Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes you try to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
The 1st down throw for Winston.
Olave over the middle.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Kamara up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints have moved out in front.
Winston to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before the break, Watson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
On the return from his end zone is Grant.
The Browns drive about to get started.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores to come back and win this game.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
On third down, Winston.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
From the 22, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
The handoff right side, it's Washington. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for the Saints.
Jameis to throw it. Gonna throw right side here, complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Winston.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Jameis again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now Winston on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. first down. Watson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on the first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Cooper, the man in motion right. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 35 yards. And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. Watch them drop for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Right back to Washington. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A handoff for Washington. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw, Winston. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 32 yards. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return from his end zone is Grant. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns drive about to get started. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They begin this drive with Chubb. Trucks over him. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They run again on first down. Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Faking the give. Now Watson.
At the 46-yard line.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, "Great job, guys." Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Winston to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time on a catch and run. 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Washington. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Winston.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Winston. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Oh, the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns' drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're looking to throw this. Winston. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
6 yards. That's good for the Saints.
Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, I can't...